My article presentation will discuss Douglas McGregor's theory of X and Y and a recent Forbes article that calls for a need for more autocratic leadership in today's society. Douglas McGregor used his real-life experience to come to the reality that corporations need more than a human relations theory in management. Leaders are required to be a voice of authority. They cannot avoid the exercise of this authority. There needs to be a boss. In managing employees, he noticed that you either have a theory X, which represents a traditional view of direction and control, or theory Y, which is a more collaborative and inclusive theory. Theory X believes that employees are inherently lazy and untrustworthy, while theory Y states that employees are cooperative and friendly. You can relate theory X to a more stick-based management style, and theory Y to the carrot. Theory X, or the stick, assumed a more traditional, authoritative view of leadership. Employees needed to be controlled, coerced, and directed. This was much more of a top-down leadership style. This believed that humans inherently avoided their work and evaded responsibility. They needed the direction and the rules and possibly the scare of punishment to do their work and to do it well. Theory X essentially said that employees needed to be directed and had little ambition. Theory X required the stick. As mentioned before, Theory Y was completely different than Theory X. Theory Y stated that humans liked work and were not motivated by the threat of punishment, and they were committed to the objective of their job. Managers allowed a wider latitude for the employees to do the work on their own. This was very much more inclusive in a human relations theory of management. This theory will allow the employees to be self-driven and show initiative with minor input from the employee. Managers and employees work together to the solution of the organizational problems. This was distributed throughout the population and did not fall directly on the manager. The employees and management were a team toward a common goal. The Forbes article I chose simply asked the question, do managers need more stick? Do employees want and need more stick? Do they need managers to lead and be less inclusive? Some say this is due to recent political shifts in a more right or conservative frame of thought. The collaborative approach is being questioned, as human relations theories have dominated the management structure in most recent years. The article further elaborates that successful managers are deceitful to get the job done, which all that matters, and that some employees do want and need the authoritative leaders. The Forbes article that I read conducted a survey of approximately 10,000 leaders to see what their preference was, a more collaborative or more autocratic approach. They surveyed all levels from top management to senior management, middle management, supervisors, and actual individual contributors. The results were interesting. Top management, at 58% of respondents, preferred a more collaborative approach. senior management at 52, middle management 49. Supervisors were at 42%, so they lean to a more autocratic management style, and individual contributors were back up to about 51%. So even the individual contributors were split on what they wanted to do. Now that we've seen the data, what does the data mean? The higher level management prefer a more collaborative approach, which makes sense because they're getting the information from the top level middle management, who's more skilled, more informed, higher educated, and will give them good information. Middle management and supervisors like to be a little more authoritative, since they're getting their directions from above, directing the information to their subordinates, and they just want the job to get done. The individual contributors at 51% show that some of them prefer to be led and told what to do, while others like to be informed and in the collaborative effort of their work. What I gather from this information is that leaders should lead. The call for leaders to actually lead and not just be a group facilitator is completely correct. Trends and fads of management styles will happen, but leaders must ultimately find the right mix for their business, their employees, their managers, and their industry. Management is in charge, and that should be known, but they ultimately should not dismiss the input from individuals, middle management, and the top line supervisors. Whether managers decide to use more stick or more carrot in their management style is up to them. They do need to make sure that their subordinates know that they've decided this mix and they are the leaders in charge. Thank you very much for your time today. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to your comments. Thanks again.